a surprise for me and you, kind of, right?
What day is it?
It's Friday that we're shooting this.
That's Tom's Day. Tom Macdonald back at it. Hey, listen, we never say this, okay? But I'm speaking to the, viewers out there.
Sure.
Dave and I are a fledgling channel here, and we need some subscribers. So hit the button. We never do that because we think it's like we're just not comfortable begging for subscribers and shit. But we need them. So we ask you to come along on our journey with, be part of the journey. And if you like this video, please like it. And I have no idea what the notification bell is any good for.
I've never tapped it either.
But YouTube algorithm likes it. So if you like us, hit that too, and we'd really appreciate it. Yeah. This is going to be fun because Mr. Polarizing,
If you like what we're doing, or if you don't like what we're doing, leave a comment. We like reading.
Yeah, you could yell at us. We got thick skin. You could downvote us. We're not, you don't have to like it. You could down it.
I have thinner skin, but yeah.
But
Connor has thick skin.
I got it. It's not a problem. In fact,
I stay away from the keyboard.
I just love it. All right. So this is a good one because Tom Macdonald's always polarizing.
Yes.
He speaks from his beliefs on society. I don't know if he's doing that here, but by the title, I assume so. Mm-hmm. And let's get it rolling. This is Tom Macdonald, track called America. Boom, boom, boom,
okay.
Boom. You ready for it?
Yes.
All right, let's roll it.
Lately, USA is getting scarier. Half of the Americans I see all hate America. They hate the cops doing their best to take care of us and kneel for the flag and salt the soldiers that we're burying. I'm tired of the pissing and complaining. Why you living in America if all you do is hate it? You think it's brave to take a stand against the nation? Real bravery is dying for the right so you can say it. Dear America, what happened to Americans? Apparently no one's aware or cares that it's embarrassing. It's arrogance. Our greatest enemy was always slavery and terrorists, and now it's people in the country trying to burn the heritage. I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or liberals, it's mental illness. The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me. In America, cause freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, say what we believe, my America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America. Does anybody know what the hell happened to the Patriots? Lately this nation is so ashamed and hating itself. Did everyone forget that people died to pay for this? Ungratefulness, United States gave everything to you just to help. I just want to celebrate Thanksgiving with my family. I don't need your help to understand it was a tragedy. Can I just be thankful for my country eating happily without you trying to guilt me for the genocide and casualties? I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't black or white, it's conflict designed by the system. I don't need your pronouns, all I see is men and women. Kids are taking pills for fun while people can't afford prescriptions. If you don't like it, go. Hate it, then don't call it home. We don't need no violence, got no time for all you radicals. Screw the status quo, we're not animals. I won't kneel for the anthem, cause the flag is what I'm standing for. In America, cause freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you say what we believe, my America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America. You can hate the government and still love the country. The fundamental values of America are concrete. Republicans and liberals are dumb, to put it bluntly. They're labels that they use to create chaos and corruption. You can know the history and still be proud of where you're from. Every flag around the world is covered in a little blood. We started out United States, divided is what we've become. If home is where the heart is, you should show America some love. In America, cause freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you can say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America.
Tom!
And I would say that out of everything that I've listened to from him so far, that is probably his best flow that I've heard.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that first, but I was like, say whatever about Tom and the opinions. If you take that out, I see a growth in him. Like, this was the best flow. I agree with you on that.
And there are some parts where, and then like the thing was, like parts of the flow was so good, but then whenever he's tripping over, I don't want to say tripping, but there was parts where they weren't as clean. It was very noticeable, right? So, yeah, I have to say,
true.
you know what? Compares to everything I've heard so far, I really could tell, as he said, it sounds like he's really
used to. Now, I don't know everything about every Tom song out there or whatever, but so many months back, maybe 6 months back or whatnot, I thought, like I heard others too, like his hooks, the choruses were a little bland, a little not there. This one had like 2 steps to it, and it's like the first time I ever heard him use any augmentation on his voice.
Yeah.
That's bound to happen in this genre, but sometimes could be used to great effect. And it was just a good flow. Yeah, fine to me too. Used properly. And I don't like anything drowned in it, but used a little pepper, a little peppered in there. And it was so for that, I agree with you totally on that. As far as the song and the message, why doesn't everyone just listen to Tom? Huh? Why don't we would all get along?
Yeah,
everything would be fine.
Just stop caring, I guess. That's a message I could go with. Like
stop caring,
live and let live is what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
stop caring about the neighbor's opinion or something. Let them live and let live. Yeah, that's what freedom is all about. But he really hits the mark on the things. I will say this. He's redundant through his videos.
Yeah.
He is redundant. He does sound like himself in his messages. However, this is the message, and it's not so bad, in my opinion, to hear it in different flavors over again. He's just an interesting cat, he hasn't lost me yet. You know what I mean? The only other flow song that I would say is better, or at least as good, was that "Don't Look Down." That seemed to be that stood alone to me until this, which I really noticed a up in game for him, in the flow factor for sure.
Yeah,
What do you think about these messages, man? What do you think about this? I mean, he's pretty one-directional in his message.
Well, I mean, but that's his whole shtick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
let me put it this way. Do you appreciate an artist giving their heartfelt opinion about society, government, America?
Okay, so that's a good question. So I think that I promote freedom of speech to do what you want, even if I think your messaging is horrific.
Right. Right.
Honestly, I really do.
I do.
But that's because that's the artist's choice, right?
Yeah.
As long as what they're saying is something they believe in. So, like, say, for example, my music or even the shows I run, none of that is
That's
allowed.
right. You've got no politics, right? No religion.
No social justice, no charitable causes,
right?
All of that stuff. I don't want that involved in my own music, but it doesn't mean I can't appreciate that in another music. And it's the thing, you're saying, somebody's one-dimensional, but does people say that about, say, gangster rap? If every single song is about
it got
shooting somebody, is that...
Well, in the beginning, they were actually shooting people. And then it got stale, I think, before it kind of Kanye snapped off the last of the faux gangster rap, in my opinion.
Right.
But you're right. It gets, yeah. It's a good point. It's probably every style. Well,
I mean, every single genre is going to end up with its own cliches. You know, I mean, and this
right.
is like, and you know, I don't mean cliche in a bad way, right? You know, but what I do mean is that that's how genres are created, right? Like there's a
Yeah.
certain kind of drum pattern that is common in rock and roll, certain kind of drum pattern 808s that's common
Oh,
in
I
rap and
love
has
them.
been for 30, 40 years now. You know, and then and the same thing is like, you know, Tom Macdonald isn't the only one doing this, right? There are other rappers, and I should probably
Yeah.
actually present some of those to you so that
Okay.
you know who I'm talking about. But this is a subset of rap, just like gangster rap or drill rap is a subset of rap, you know, or
Okay.
you know, there's like nerd rap, you know, like that's
We
another
got to get
subset.
into the subsets. You got to show us some of that. And if anyone's still watching us, I would want to say to you that this show is Dave Knows Hip Hop. I don't know shit. I do know some Tom McDonald's. That's why it was kind of flipped, where
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kind of presented it. But otherwise, I was just a rock and roll guy. I don't know this stuff. I knew Eminem, I guess. I like Eminem's
right.
voice, but I hated Eminem, quite frankly. I didn't like the person, but I loved his voice.
Yeah, we
I
had the
think most
thumbs up
people
all the
think
way
that.
until you said that about him. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, right. Everything was good till then. Well, fucking Stan, and I'm the
Yeah, yeah.
real Slim Shady. Please stand up. I mean, there was no Slim Shady until he told us he was Slim Shady. What do you mean the real one stand up? We didn't know you existed.
Right, right.
He thought he acted like he owned the world before he became super popular. That always pissed me off. All right. Let's wrap it on Tom. That was
All right.
that was pretty cool. You got any closing shot on him or the track? Any final
No,
thought?
there's not more to say. I think this is great.
Okay, cool, awesome. All right, check you all later.
All right, bye.